Hey everyone, this is Laura Gadenik with Laura Gadenik Astrology, and I'm here to give you the astrology for the week of September 6th through the 12th, 2021. So, we are coming off of, from yesterday on Sunday, a Venus square to Pluto, and today, Venus in Libra is making a trine to Jupiter. So this is kind of a simultaneous aspect happening with Venus. And the way this works is, let me start over. So Venus is goddess of love, beauty, pleasure, relationships, connection, unity, all things beautiful and lovely. And especially in Libra, she's really able to do her job of creating cohesion, of creating a pleasant environment, of keeping things light and polite. And so yesterday she made a square to Pluto. Yesterday, Sunday the 5th, she made a square to Pluto. And squares inherently have tension built into them. And Pluto, especially in the sign of Capricorn, is a pretty broody sign. Pluto in Capricorn wants to get to the bottom of things, wants to get deep and be honest and kind of go further than the light and polite vibe that Venus and Libra wants to create. So there's a couple ways this could have manifested. So Venus being also women, relations with women the past couple days could have been a little rocky, or some things might have come up between you and a friend who is a woman, maybe unexpectedly, but just things that have maybe been brewing beneath the surface for a while could have surfaced in relationships with women. Definitely could be conflict in relationships, like with partnerships, not just with women, but in general. Just kind of stuff that has maybe been left on the wayside or stuffed inside in a closet. All of the stuff that we tend to not want to talk about or face or bring up or kind of work through. All of that stuff Pluto excavates and digs up. And Venus in Libra over here is like, oh, I just want things to be nice and sweet and pleasant, and I don't want to go there. I don't want to go into the underworld. But Pluto kind of forces Venus to do that. So yeah, conflict with women in relationships in general. Venus is a planet also about sex and connection, so could have been like a very romantic time as well, like intensely romantic or sexual. And so, this past weekend, there's probably some intense maybe conversations, and maybe some fights. And simultaneously, Venus in Libra is making a trine to Jupiter. So these are the two sweetest planets, the two benefics, Venus and Jupiter. They bring us good things. And when they come into a trine with each other, really wonderful things can emerge. There's this sense of possibility, of opportunity, of sweetness, of benefits, right? So Jupiter brings benefits, blessings, opportunities, and Venus attracts sweetness and creates cohesion and connection and makes it really easy for people to come to her. And so while there might have been all this Venus-Pluto stuff happening over the weekend, simultaneously Venus has been making a trine to Jupiter, which looks like an opportunity, something like maybe even making a lot of money or going to an event where there's a celebration. Celebration is huge with this aspect. So that's what happens when Venus makes a square to one planet and a trine to another simultaneously. It's like a combination of both kind of hard, challenging stuff related to the square that the planet is making, and then in addition, some really positive, lovely, beautiful things happening with the planet making the trine. So so for me, for example, a friend of mine brought up some stuff that she'd been upset with me for a while. That was really unexpected. That was the Venus square Pluto. And then yesterday I did a astrology at a bachelorette party, and I made a lot of new connections, possible new clients, and a good chunk of money. So that's the Venus trine Jupiter, right? So that's kind of how it showed up for me. Okay, so since we're talking about Venus, I'm going to just kind of go with this theme of Venus. So, and we'll come back to Monday because there's other things happening. So Friday the 10th is when Venus moves into Scorpio. This is the sign of Venus's fall, historically. So Venus, wants to keep things sweet and lovely and connective and on the surface a little bit. And Scorpio's got a very Pluto vibe. So similar stories might still kind of come up with from the Venus square Pluto. So Venus and Scorpio, what might have been really wonderful, also with Venus trine Jupiter, could become kind of broody or obsessive, right? So Venus, especially in matters of love, can get obsessive in Scorpio, can get territorial, can get jealous, can get compulsive. So yeah, be aware. Venus will be in Scorpio for a couple of weeks, as always, and be ready to go on an underworld journey with Venus into Pluto's domain and talk about all the hard, serious, intense, passionate things in relationships, and in relationships in general. I think it's going to bring up a lot from the Venus square Pluto that just happened. So I think it'll be similar themes. Okay, going back to Monday the 6th, which is today. So first of all, Mercury at this moment, Mercury's in Libra. On this day, Mercury, or I think it might have been on the 5th, Mercury entered its shadow period. So on September 27th, Mercury is going to retrograde in Libra and retrograde all the way back to the point in the sky that is right now. So whatever started today or yesterday, whatever happened, whatever you put into motion, be ready to revisit it and reconsider, rethink, like whatever's happening kind of like right now up until the 27th of September, whatever those events are, there's going to be a tracing back over and, possibly things literally feeling like they're going backwards, and then a second chance, so to speak, to redo those things in a better way, essentially. So, and Monday today is also a new moon in Virgo. So whatever you do, it's kind of like planting a seed. Wherever you put your energy, wherever you put your life force, your chi, there's a seed that is being planted. And so just kind of being aware of the activities you're getting into, the people you're getting involved with, and know that you might be coming back to this point when Mercury retrogrades back. And that'll be later in October, because Mercury is going to be in Libra for a long time. I think it's like early November. So, okay, so also happening today, Monday the 6th, we have Mars in Virgo making a trine to Pluto in Capricorn. So Mars is our energy, it's our action, or how we take action, it's our motivation. And in Virgo, Mars has been here for a while. It's very precise, pristine, strategic, wanting to get things just right. Trines are of the nature of Jupiter. They're very optimistic and create a sense of opportunity. And Pluto, once again, I already talked about Pluto excavating and digging up and unearthing. So Pluto is also a planet about power, about willpower, about kind of like laser eye focus. So this is a powerhouse day. It's, there's the energy is, there's intense willpower, intense determination, maybe the ability to get things done with a pristine focus. There's a confidence, there's a self-assurance. If today would be the day to get things done that you need to, that you need to like kind of push through, definitely today. At the same time, the sun in Virgo is making a trine to Uranus and Taurus. So, and this is actually the new moon, because the sun and the moon are conjoined, which makes a new moon. So the new moon is actually trine to Uranus. Uranus is a planet about innovation, revelation, revolution, freedom, change. So, but because it's a new moon, it's like a pretty quiet kind of change, maybe more internal. But still, it's a day to go out and do something different, go out and do something that's outside of your norm, outside of your box, outside of the box in general. It's a day of innovation, revelation, revolution. You might have a revelation or a breakthrough about something. In terms of revolution, you might find the courage to really, I don't want to say rebel, but stand up for something that you really believe in that you might have been scared to do before. Uranus, when the sun is trine Uranus, it's about showing your authentic self, being authentic, being like not afraid to show your true colors. And so that's where the idea of kind of revolution comes in. Strong need for freedom and independence today. Might have a really good idea that could go back to the seed that you are wanting to plant. It might be kind of like, oh, that's a good idea. But just remember that Mercury is going to be passing over this point again. And so, and I got this from Chani Nicholas, by the way. She's an amazing astrologer and I love her so much. And she pointed out that whatever seeds that you do plant today, since Mercury is retrograding back to this point, be prepared to revisit it and perhaps hash out a new plan, or there's going to be revisions, I guess, done to it. So that is the astrology of the week. It's overall really nice energy, really lovely. Now that we're past the Venus square Pluto, Friday might get a little dicey when Venus enters Scorpio, might get more, once again, intensifying relations, intensifying agreements. Agreements, terms, and commitments, Venus topics might suddenly become of life or death importance, or might feel that way, kind of just like a sense of urgency. But other than that, the week looks really nice. And if you're curious how this is showing up in your chart, please reach out. I'm happy to do a consultation. Otherwise, I hope you have a wonderful week ahead.